So in today's video we're going to go over why I loved the original Avatar movie. Now I could say it was the breathtaking visuals, the amazing world, and the transportative effect that the movie had on me, and that's definitely a huge part of it. But if I'm honest, it isn't actually the very first reason why I love Avatar. You see, I've been a huge fan of James Cameron since I can remember. I think I probably saw Terminator 2 and Aliens growing up, and I loved both of those movies, and when I found out that they were both made by the same man, I was an instant fan. So when I heard that he was doing another sci-fi project after Titanic, obviously for a long time I was really excited, and I used to browse the Project 880 Wikipedia page before Avatar was even called Avatar. At that time, all we knew was that it was set on another world, that Sigourney Weaver was maybe going to star in it. It was about somebody who went into like another body, and that it'd be super heavy on CGI use, and that was one of the reasons why James Cameron had taken so long on making it. So that's really the big first reason why I loved Avatar. I built it up to myself, was really excited, and I knew that up until that point and even after, James Cameron had never disappointed me with his movies, because I loved them and they truly are experiences. Now, the next big reason why I love Avatar is definitely what I mentioned at the start, which is it's one of the few movies I've ever watched where I truly felt teleported to another place, that the world of Pandora felt so lived in, so real, and had so much detail that it became so easy to just imagine that I was actually there. One of my favourite examples of this is the ISV Venture Star, the huge ship that takes Jake to Pandora that you see at the start of the film. If you didn't know, James Cameron actually got NASA engineers to help him design it, and it's been called one of the most scientifically accurate spacecraft to ever appear in film. It's details like that that really push Avatar into the hard sci-fi zone, and also, I think, really help you to imagine that world being really real. Another thing that, and maybe this is the third thing, or maybe it's 2.5, is that the experience of watching Avatar in the cinema in 3D was unlike anything I'd ever experienced before. I still remember very vividly the scene where the wood sprites cover Jake, and when I was sat there watching it in 3D, they float down onto his arms, and in 3D they literally float out of the screen, and I remember reaching out to try and touch one. That's how immersed I was. The fourth reason, and maybe this is where things are going to get a little bit weird, is the themes and technologies that appear in Avatar that really interest me. So on the one hand, I love all of the technical designs, the ships, the vehicles, the guns. I've always loved those kinds of like industrial designs in James Cameron movies. And on the other hand, I loved the nature aspect, especially Ewa, the idea that the planet is actually connected to the creatures that live upon it. For a long time I like a ethnobotanist called Terence McKenna, and he talks about this idea in relation to the Earth in something that he calls the Gaian mind, and how human beings are connected to the Earth in ways much deeper than we kind of know or would admit in general. To see that kind of idea on the big screen in a Hollywood blockbuster is really interesting, and kind of leads me on to my fifth and final point of what has kept me loving Avatar, and that's the communities that have been built around it. And there are quite a few, even if they're small in the size of the communities at the moment, and in the 10 years since, they haven't really been huge, but they have been active, and the people that I've met in them have been very interesting, and they all have like very distinct and different passions. That they might be like me, where they are huge fans of James Cameron and really love his movies and action and things like that, and it's always nice to meet fellow lovers of that particular director. Or they might be interested in something like the Na'vi language, which it doesn't massively interest me, but the community around it is fantastic, and they're so passionate and energetic. It's just really nice to see, and the energy flows into you as well. There's also the art that surrounds the community. There's some amazingly talented artists, and ultimately there's the memes, which never cease to amuse me, and there are more and more all the time, and so they have definitely kept me and my love for Avatar going. If you'd like to be part of one of those communities, you can join the Discord. The link is in the description. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear me talk more about Avatar and why I love it, then let me know in the comments, or for any other ideas about any other videos that I might do in the future, please also let me know. And as always, I'd like to thank the Based and Robust Network for their support, and you for watching. Thank you.